Good evening, and here's our top story. During his Southeast Asian trip tour, President Barack Obama visited India in order to broker a trade agreement, and also to find out why his computer keeps freezing.
Britain's Queen Elizabeth II has joined Facebook. She plans to spend hours every day on Facebook, just like everyone else who doesn't have a real job.
U.S. Airways announced on Monday that they're hiring exactly 420 flight attendants. Instead of peanuts, they'll serve weed.
An Italian-American group urged VH1 to pull the plug on its new show, My Big Friggin' Wedding, claiming the show is racist stereotypes of Italian-Americans, said spokesperson Andre Domino.
All I'm saying is, if a certain show is canceled, then certain executives at a certain cable network might find the heads of certain animals in the beds. I'm so upset about this show, I can't even eat the spaghetti.
Peyote farmers in Texas are facing a 70% drop in production of the plant. The farmers hope to resume normal levels of peyote production just as soon as the Spider Queen returns in her spaceship made of bubbles.
A 1975 Apple computer is being auctioned for $160,000. Apple fans aren't sure whether to buy the computer or wait 3 months for the 1976 model to go on sale.
A body was found last weekend just outside the grounds of the Playboy Mansion. Police dropped the case when they realized it was just Hugh Hefner.
And now, where hard news meets Hollywood, here with the entertainment news is our own Cosmo Cahuenga.
You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. The BMI Awards named Taylor Swift the Country Songwriter of the Year. Country music fans hope the award will now inspire Swift to write a song that's actually country. An agency in Hollywood is shopping around a movie based on the Rubik's Cube, said a studio executive.
I spent a few days trying to figure out their script, but then I got tired of it, and I just left it in the closet. Too many twists and turns.
Ricky Martin has been named the top gay performer of the year by Out Magazine. And for the 15th year in a row, Tom Cruise has won the same award from In Magazine. What? And finally, in a Rolling Stone interview, Phil Collins admitted that in recent years, he's been depressed and has had thoughts of killing himself. Collins credits his children from keeping him from committing suicide. You're welcome.
Thank you, Cosmo. A new study shows that playing Tetris after a trauma helps diminish its lingering effects, unless the trauma involves being crushed by falling bricks.
Of a Powerball lottery came forward after purchasing the ticket at a Detroit sex toy shop. Explains the winner.
I can only come forward now after getting over my sense of shame for being from Detroit.
Several Massachusetts high school soccer team players were suspended after hazing new players by hitting them in the faces with pies. The players were suspended not for throwing pies, but for using their hands.
A new report shows the rate of child abuse among lesbian parents is 0%, unless you count the haircuts.
It's true. In Ohio, a cat survived after being baked in an oven. A picture of the cat can be seen on the website I Can Be Cheeseburger.
A woman in Taiwan has gotten married to herself, which means that in just a few months, she'll no longer be masturbating.
Researchers have discovered that teens who send an excessive number of texts are more likely to drink and have sex. Meanwhile, teens who send an excessive number of telegrams are more likely to be time travelers.
A new study finds that people who stay up late tend to be smarter, except those who stay up to watch Leno.
And now, with an in-depth look at the week's big stories in a segment that's twice as important as AC 360, it's Philip Wilburn and TSW 720.
Thank you, Brian and Kipley. This week, BP claimed that most of the oil spilled in the Gulf Coast had been eliminated by microorganisms that eat oil. Seems a little sketchy to me, but here to explain it is BP CEO Robert Dudley.
Hey, okay, all right. How you doing? Thank you so much for having me, Philip.
All right. And Mr. Dudley, the same week that Congress is holding hearings into the Gulf oil spill, you announced that the microbes have eaten the oil. I got to say that this is really far-fetched.
A lot of people are saying that, Phil, but we're not the only ones. But we have a lot of independent researchers who've come up with the same conclusion. In fact, I got some footage for you. If you just look with me here. You see, now that big yellow dot, that's the microbe. And the other dots are the oil. It seems to make its way through the maze.
Okay, that's Pac-Man.
No, it's not. You handsome lad. No, it isn't. That's the microbe. And sometimes, you know what? He wears a bow. I don't know.
Okay, fine. What are you going to do to help the Gulf Coast region? I mean, first they were hit by Hurricane Katrina.
Yeah.
Now this. The economy is really in trouble. How are you helping rebuild?
Well, we've done a lot of serious construction. Actually, I have a clip for you here. If you look at me now, what we've done is we put in a lot of roads and residential areas, and we're actually saving up money right now to put on a police station.
Okay, Mr. Dudley, that is Sim City.
It is a simulated city, Philip, you're right. But, as it grows, we're working on right now becoming, I'm very proud of this, a metropolis. How about that, huh?
Fine, all right. How are you getting the word out about all your good deeds that you're doing to the people of New Orleans and the coast?
Well, besides this interview here, which is very important, we've actually hired a very young, industrious man to go out and put up the word for us. And as you see here, some of his work. He's just going around town making sure everyone gets the word out. All he needs to really do is avoid breakdancers and, of course, that nasty Grim Reaper. He's just delivering papers.
Yeah, he's a paper boy.
I would have called him a newsie.
Get out of here!
You got it! This was fun!
BP CEO, everybody! Son of a bitch. And finally, Neil Young turned 65 on Saturday, which means he finally sounds as old as he always has, because he's now the real age that he is when he sounded that old, because he's really old. He's always sounded old, so I screwed it up, so I was just going to keep going. I knew I would. I did it all day long. For Top Story Weekly,